Making its debut in this 2015-2016 school year was the PEI Department of Education's ever-so-popular mandate on physical education. From this point on, high school students will be healthier, happier people due to their forced participation in grade 10 gym class. Perfect. Now that I've finished gagging that sentence, let's get to the true facts. Grade 10 PE was almost already mandatory. In this I mean that during our grade 10 registration, it was branded into our 9th grade brains, right down to the point that it was written on our grade 10 registration forms, complemented by a devious recommended. If that wasn't enough, we had to pick 2 of 3 all-year courses, consisting of, simply put, band, PE, and trades. Now, speaking from band geek experience, not many band geeks are in the trades, and thus not many trades people are in band, meaning that almost every student was already taking PE. Almost. Which leads me to my next point. While the vast majority of grade 10s are unaffected by forced physical activity, a few small minorities of students carry the entire weight of the decision. These minorities include musical trade students, handy music students, and immersion students attempting to embrace Canada's second language for a career besides teaching French. Now, a student's regular course load consists of 8 courses. A grade 10 French immersion student's course load consists of English, French, Science, Math, French History, Career Exploration and Opportunities, which is a new mandatory course, and kind of ironic considering the current context, PE, and subsequently a second all-year course, being band or trades. How many does that leave them to choose in pursuit of their own career goals? 0. None. They don't get to choose a single course in their grade 10 year. Now, hopefully they didn't want to take anything like foods and nutrition, a topic that some would say is equally important to physical activity in personal wellness. Too bad, so sad. I guess they'll just have to take that later on in high school, like during their grade 11 and 12 years, when their plates are at their fullest, marks are worth the most, and stress levels are higher than CO2 in our atmosphere. Yep, they can take it then. Hopefully they don't want to take culinary either. That option's not even on the table. Pun intended. Lastly, I want to take a look at some application of facts. In a CBC article regarding the DOE's mandated decision, it notes that they made it according to a survey of island students' health and fitness. Now, this survey said that on a daily basis, under half of the island students are getting the required physical activity. Now, what's a fraction that's slightly under a half? I would say a third. And what might make up a third of a high school's population? Perhaps a grade 10 class? Because it's certainly not grade 11 and 12. Grade 11s rarely find time for PE in their busy academic schedules. And if they do, when they move on to grade 12, they'll realize there's no way to get a credit for PE in grade 11 and 12. There's no course there. It's not possible. If the DOE really wants to bring about a generation of healthier students, then it will repeal its mandatory physical education and immediately focus on reforms to the current graduation requirements. As to make it easier for grade 11 and 12 students to take physical education would be to make real change. Perhaps making a credited course for grade 12 might be a good start. Though this responsibility for reform does not rest entirely on the shoulders of the DOE, many of the challenges faced by all provincial departments across Canada in making much needed changes are caused by the stiff, fundamentally unchanging requirements of post-secondary institutions. Students are being pumped through a system where the only measurement of success is academic performance. Naturally, students, schools, and school boards are gravitating away from personal wellness, with more emphasis on academic performance. And so, to anyone who's interested in the late-night, sleep-deprived rantings of a 12th grade student, I leave you this statement to contemplate. Is personal wellness just as, if not a more effective judge of character than academic performance?